I'm back. Just answered these questions, and now I can show you an update. I've been getting a couple of records again and some CDs. I'm quickly going into this. A lot of talk. There's some records and CDs, like I said. Not a big fan of CD singles, but I try to pick up from certain bands CD singles. Like Dinosaur Jr. This has been there all the time. Backed up with Back to Your Heart. First track, been there all the time. Typical Dinosaur Jr. track. But the other track is a beautiful small song by Lou Barlow. And I love that Lou Barlow also gets a chance to do his stuff in Dinosaur Jr. Haven't listened to this one, but this is the Drugstore album. It's their first record from 1995. It's on Go Disc. Like I said, I haven't listened to it, but it's a Britpop group, so it should be okay. Then I got what is it? Come Pick Me Up by Supercharger. This is the release on Matador, which I think is a European release. Haven't really listened to this one as well, but what I've listened to, excuse me, is just pretty good indie rock. I just love it. Then we have some kind of like band that jumped in the whole grunge bandwagon, but it's pretty okay. It's Die Monster Die with Withdrawal Method. A female-fronted grunge-like band. I think they're from New York, but I'm not too sure. They released this album on a Dutch label called Roadrunner Records, which I mean, it's pretty okay. What I heard, it's typical grunge-sounding stuff. Need to get these stickers off, by the way, but I also found the first Cypress Hill record, and yeah, Cypress Hill, can't go wrong with Cypress Hill. This one's got How I Could Just Kill a Man, Hand on the Pump, Hole in the Head, Stoned is the Way of the Walk. Yeah, it's just a great album. I also found Zuzus Petals with the Music of Your Life. Originally released on Twin Tone. This is the Dutch release on Roadrunner Records again. Twin Tone at the time, they had lost, I guess, Babes in Toyland. So maybe this is the replacement for Babes in Toyland. They don't sound anything like Babes in Toyland, but they're okay. They're an indie group, grungy, but not really that grunge. I like it. And it's something I don't know how to classify this. I don't know if this is pop or rock or indie or whatever. It's Alicias Attic with Alicia Rules the World. It's a UK duo, UK group. I'm not too sure about it. It's pretty okay sounding. Nothing too spectacular, but I just picked it up. Those are my CDs. Now on to the records. First up, 7 inches. This has been shown by a couple of updaters. It's Paul Hardcastle, 19. I don't have anything by Paul Hardcastle, and I remember 19 being a pretty good track. And I haven't listened to the B-side, but I might eventually get more by Mr. Hardcastle. Then something I always pick up. I always pick up stuff by the Fat Boys that I don't have. I just love the Fat Boys. They're cheesy. They are, but I just love them. This is The Twist with vocals by Chubby Checker as well. Yeah, the B-side is just, I think, an a cappella version called Buffapella. I don't know why. And the last 7-inch I have is Look Mama by Howard Jones. It's the UK release, looks like that. Nothing too spectacular, it's just Howard Jones. And the vinyl, the records. First thing I found, Daryl and John Oates. Rock and Soul Part 1. This is filled with classic Hall & Oates songs. Rich Girl, Kiss on My List. Private Eyes, I Can Go For That. Man Eater. It also has Adult Education in it. And this record comes with a calendar. Pulls out like this. Has all the album sleeves up until the Rock and Soul Part 1 album. So that's pretty nice if you lived in 1984, because it doesn't work right now, I guess. Then I also found Bob Dylan, Street Legal. So got some ringwear. It was pretty cheap. But what those Goodwill people should stop doing is put stickers on there that damage the whole record. Anyway, it's my second Dylan record that I found, and I haven't really listened to this one, but like I said, I'm trying to get more into these artists, him and Neil Young. So picking this up, it's a good way. I really want to work backwards, but you know, I just pick up what I find. Then I also found Magna Carta's Seasons, which is in like excellent condition, except again for the stupid Goodwill people putting a sticker on there, so it gets torn. It is in the original, there we go, Vertigo inner sleeve. Folk rock from the late 60s, early 70s. Yeah, it sounds pretty damn good. It's on the Vertigo label, as I said. And then you expect some progressive rock stuff, but it's this. Beautiful. Then we got Power Station. Some Like It Hot. Get It On. 2 great tracks. The rest, okay. I'm not too big a fan of Robert Palmer's voice. He's in here. He's singing. But yeah, it's a really good 80s album, but you know, not my favorite side project from Duran Duran people. I'd rather listen to Arcadia, for example. That's the Power Station. Then I picked up The Roaring Silence by Manfred Mann's Earth Band. I knew the name, never heard any of their music, I thought, until I played the first track of Side A, which is Blinded by the Light. Originally by Bruce Springsteen, but they made it their own. So, cover versions that are better. That was The Thread. This is one of them. I like this one better than the original. Anyway, it's a mixture between just pop music, rock music, progressive music. It's everything in there. It's pretty damn good album. Then we got Thomas Dolby, Flat Earth. I have another album of his, and I've been seeing this laying around at Goodwill's for the last year. Yeah, I visit them. Never picked it up. Why? I picked it up now, and it's good. I like it. Someone wrote their names on there. Then I doubted whether or not I should pick this up, and I did. It's sort of a best-of Aphrodites Child. It's an Italian release. I bought it basically to have the song Rain and Tears, but it comes in this like gatefold kind of thing. I don't know. It's got a booklet in it with pictures. It's all in Italian, so I can't read it. But the thing is, they make a mistake. There's a discography in the end, and it only mentions the album 666 as being an album they did, and the best of. No, they didn't. There's 2 more full-length albums they did before 666. Anyway, this is pretty okay. Raining Tears, standout track. Other stuff, hit and miss, but it's okay. Then something I picked up because I've heard the name and I've never really heard the music. Leonard Cohen, Songs of Love and Hate. And yeah, this is really, really good. This is from 1971. And this is, like I said, it's really, really good. It's just great musically. He's a great singer-songwriter. So yeah, another artist to add to my collection of. I'm gonna try and find more of him. That's Leonard Cohen. Then this is something, a record, this precise record I've been seeing for the last weeks. I never picked it up. Maybe my head said Everything But the Girl. I think I remember them. They weren't that good. But I knew Tracey Thorn was in it, and I have a solo album by her that I love. She was part of the Marine Girls. I love that band. Why didn't I pick it up? I still wonder why I didn't pick it up, because it's really, really, really good. And I know, Mr. Hall Fame, if you watch this, you will like this as well. You love Sade. This is jazzy pop, but more indie. Tracey Thorn, great vocals, great vocalist. You should actually love this. I think everyone should love this. I might be a little biased. A couple more. These fall into our library copies. This is The Adventures, Sea of Love. I have not listened to this one yet, so I can't say anything about it, besides it being a British band, and the album being from 1988. So, yeah, I'll listen to it. I might like it, I might not, I don't know. At the moment, I just picked it up because it looks okay. This is another library copy. As you can see, the stickers here, there's like information up here. It's Temple of Low Man by Crowded House. Second album they did. And I think the album after this made them huge in Holland. They were huge in Holland. This New Zealand group. But from the titles, I don't really know any of these songs. Maybe if I hear them, I might. But at the moment, I'm drawing blanks here. But yeah, Crowded House. I love split ends. So this is a natural progression, I guess, for that. Going Deaf for a Living, Fissure C. I have a 7-inch of room surface, which is a Tricon Hair, and I kind of like that, I think, because I still have it. Otherwise I wouldn't have it. So I saw this record. It looked nice. I like the cover art. The heart being drilled and the ears being drilled. Yeah, so I picked it up. I haven't listened to it yet, but Fissure C. It's I think a decent 80s band. And the last record, no, last two records that I have. First up, it's Simply Mad About the Mouse. Yeah. Okay, I thought, should I, shouldn't I? Okay, I will. I picked it up. Basically for 2 tracks. First up, it's the first track. Why I bought this is Rick Ocasek, or Ocasek, from the Cars. He does a track called Zippity Doo Dah. And LL Cool J doing Who's Afraid of the Big Bad Wolf. I think I remembered that one, and I like that one. But the rest, I don't know if they're made for me. There's Billy Joel doing When You Wish Upon a Star, the Gypsy Kings with I've Got No Strings, Harry Connick Jr. with The Bare Necessities, Bobby McFerrin with the Siamese Cat Song, Soul to Soul with Kiss the Girl, Michael Bolton with Dream Is a Wish Your Heart Makes, and Vogue with Someday My Prince Will Come in one song, and Kirk Whalum, whom I never ever heard, does Mad About the Wolf. Like I said, I basically picked it up for 2 songs. If the rest is okay, I'll keep it. If the 2 songs don't, hold up to my memory of them, I might get rid of it. But it's a pretty nice, fine tribute LP to Walt Disney. And the last one I have is a remix 12-inch. I'm not into remix 12 inches, but this is one for the Human League. On it are remixes from The Sound of the Crowd, let's see, Law of Action, and Keep Feeling Fascination. I love the Human League. I just want to see if this holds up to their original look. I'm out. This is it. Bye bye.